Hey scientists, and welcome to the rolling car part 2 mass versus acceleration video. In this video, I want to show you how to collect the data you need to confirm the second part of Newton's second law of motion. Remember, our learning target is using data to confirm the relationships between force, mass, and acceleration described by Isaac Newton in his second law. Specifically today, we want a set of data that is going to allow us to confirm an inversely proportional relationship between the mass of an object and its acceleration if that object or objects are experiencing a constant force. Okay? So that means we need some way of changing the mass of something and applying a force to something and seeing how that affects acceleration. Okay? The setup we're going to use is very similar to what we used before. Okay, there's still a Pasco car attached to a fishing line. There is still a photo gate that we're going to use to measure velocity, and there's still a pulley that you run the line over, and the line is attached to a mass at the end. That mass pulls on the fishing line, creating a tension force that pulls on the car and causes it to accelerate. What's now different is that the mass on the end of the fishing line is not going to change. Got a 20-gram mass. You can see it in the drawing. You can see it in the actual picture. It is taped to the fishing line. It's going to stay there for the whole experiment. Nothing about it will change. It will generate 0.2 newtons of force on the car and cause it to accelerate. So the basic idea here is this. If we got a constant force, we're going to need to change the mass of the car, and we're going to do that by adding or removing weights or masses to the car. Now, each station now comes with, there's your masses, a set of weights you can use to get these masses, 1.62 kilograms, 1.12 kilograms, 0.56 kilograms, 0.38 kilograms, and 0.28 kilograms. So you're going to get that mass by adding the mass to the car and getting a total mass, which is the sum of all the masses you add to the car plus the mass of the car itself. Now, each mass in your little kit has the number of grams it is worth stamped on it on the top. So in order to figure out what masses to use to get the total mass you need, first you got to look at your data table. Up here, it says what mass you're going to be testing. And then in parentheses on each data table, it tells you how to get that mass. Okay? So to get 1.62 kilograms, you take the car and you put 1,340 grams of mass on top of it. That total together gets you 1.62 kilograms. Okay, so to get this one, you take two of these big 500s, three 100-gram masses, and two 20s, or a 20 and two 10s, equal 40, to get 1,340 grams. Okay, so each time you switch a mass, like from 1.62 to 1.12, you're going to put a different combination of masses on the car to get the total shown in the parentheses next to the mass you're testing. And after that, it's exactly the same, right? You're doing 3 trials for each mass, collecting 3 velocities from the photo gate, collecting 3 times from the person timing the time it takes for the car to reach the photo gate after it is released, finding the averages, and then using the velocity and the time to calculate the acceleration. Okay, so there's 2 places you can really mess up here. 1, you put the wrong amount of mass in the car. 2, and this is probably where most of the errors came from in the first part of the investigation, is the timing. Okay, you don't want to rush this. You want to make sure you're being careful. You want to make sure that you start your timer the instant the person holding the car lets it go. And you stop it as soon as you see that red light flash showing that it has gone through the photo gate. Okay? Now you got the same jobs as you did last time. There's the mass again. You got a Labquest operator, a timer, a recorder, and a catcher. You know what those jobs are. You've already done them before. You might want to switch it up this time so you're doing something else. And last thing I got to tell you, if you don't remember how to set up the LabQuest, okay, you can go back to the previous video. It tells you how to do it. But in short, if you look at your LabQuest and it says in this little gray box, photo gate timing and gate, and you click on this gray box and the length of the object shown is 0.01 meters, you're all good to go. Okay, this is actually the screen where you change the length. So if you click on this, you'd see it in a smaller box in the middle. Those three things are set. Your LabQuest is ready to collect the data you need, and you are ready to get your investigation done. All right. Sorry I missed you today. I am at the dentist getting the pandemic plaque scraped off of my teeth. I'll see you guys on Friday. Take care.